So Sargon, Count Dankula, and Paul Joseph Watson are joining the UKIP, the United Kingdom Independence Party. Now, I see this as a very good thing, and it's also a very funny thing to have all these media and internet celebrities joining a party, an actual real life political party, and pretty much turning into Sargon mentioned it that it would be a dedicated shitpost party. Although I don't agree that if the party is reformed, they would turn it into a shitpost party. It is going to give a voice to a lot of the audience that has accrued around these creators. For people who say that, oh, the UKIP is more racists, they hate Muslims and immigrants, and it's just a terrible party, why would anyone associate with them? You need to realize that the UK is not in of itself a very big party. And parties in general are susceptible to change. People need to realize that if a party realizes that certain demographic of people is asking for something and they can get votes out of that, they will eventually reform and change the party. Now, if you have people actively joining the party, and in this case, people with considerable audiences, you need to realize that the combined audience of Count Dankula, Paul Joseph Watson, and Sargon, plus a few others that might join, the combined UK audience that they have is probably enough that if they flood the party like this, it will probably just change the whole core base of voters of the party. And from then, it can begin to reassert itself. I feel like the UKIP party has, since Nigel Farage left and Brexit was triggered, has lost a lot of its meaning, a lot of its face, the direction where it was heading. Now, this is just a perfect opportunity to, instead of creating your own political party, which comes with a lot of bureaucracy, legalese, it takes a long time to do, you can just take hold of a, so to speak, dying and very small party and just overhaul it in the general sense. Make it have a fresher sort of politics. Make it lose what it achieved already, which was Brexit, and turn it on to, well, now what are we going to do after Brexit? Having these celebrities and these people with good amounts of audience coming into the UKIP party is going to allow UKIP to focus on future endeavors. It's going to allow UKIP to post Brexit propose new and better and fresher ideas rather than the Labour and the Conservative Party. And it's also a smart move because UKIP has already established itself. It's already an established party, so it saves a lot of trouble of going through a new name, rebranding yourself, creating the new channels of communication, then getting into contact with the already established channels, which, even though they are dying, mainstream media is still it still provides a good platform for political parties. You can say that mainstream media is dying all you want, but if it wasn't for the Trump-Hillary debates that happened, the election could have gone differently, and it certainly wouldn't have been so entertaining. So at least he can give the mainstream media that at least most people will be able to tune in, even though they don't generally. They will be able to tune in and watch what the UKIP message for the elections is. Now, it would be funny to reach a situation where Sargon and all these others just flood the party with their own supporters, and eventually you could have someone who, maybe not Sargon, as they have shown not to have interest in politics, but someone who is on the same level as them in terms of politics and the general understanding on the media and the general understanding on the establishment parties. It would be a funny situation to have really a dedicated voice for all the people who their only outlet for all this time had been shitposting online, to have them now have this outlet on the UKIP to just do it in a political matter. Put all the problems that they, given their lack of expression, were just shitposting about and now projected into an actual political movement. So I think this is a good move. I think it's people who think that the UKIP is unredeemable and just a bad party overall, and Sargon and Count Dankula shouldn't have anything to do with them. Remember that the party, with the influx of people that it's going to get, it is going to change. You know, you have, if you have a party with 1,000 people and suddenly all those 1,000 people are socialists, and suddenly 50,000 capitalists join the party, well, it's going to become a capitalist party, whether you like it or not. Now, these people who say that UKIP is racist and it's a bad party and no one should associate with them are probably the same people who would say that Sargon, Count Dankula, and all these others are part of the alt-right. So when you're hearing this in mainstream media or in media in general, don't just assume that the people who are saying this is a bad move have no complete understanding of what's going on. They have no idea what Sargon stands for, and they're just seeing that, well, obviously he was far right, so he's now joining the far right party. That is not true, and you will see as months go on with this change in UKIP that UKIP will change. Mark my words. It will become a different party. It will become pretty much the political voice for the internet community on the United Kingdom. So yeah, good luck to Sargon and all these others reforming the UKIP party. I hope they do it, and I hope they can make it a considerable political force within UK politics.